and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where tonight we're back here at the Alton Towers Resort for the final night of Scarefest 2020 and our final Halloween vlog of the year.
No!
What an absolutely awesome Halloween we've had there, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
It's been spectacular. We've not done as much as normal, but I've really enjoyed what we have done.
We've done some great mazes this year.
I think Scarefest has been really solid this year.
Definitely.
I think Fright Nights has been great. We've done pumpkin picking, we've done all sorts of other stuff, and it's been a really good Halloween. So check out the Halloween playlist if you haven't already seen it. But tonight we're going to do a couple of mazes for the last time, aren't we? What maze are we going to do tonight, Charlotte?
We're doing the Attic and Toxic Junkyard.
Yes, so we've chosen to do those two. We'd have probably done Darkest Depths again as well, but it is closed.
Yeah.
It's been shut for a few days now. We're not too sure why. But yeah, we have done it a couple of times this Scarefest, which I'm pleased about. But we would have done that again. But we're doing Toxic Junkyard and the Attic, and we'll share our final thoughts on Scarefest this year in this vlog. We'll also capture the atmosphere around the park, which has been great, hasn't it, for Halloween this year?
Yeah, it's been really good.
Having the entertainment, you can just hear it in the background actually down on the front lawns, has been a really good plus point for Scarefest this year. And it'll also be our last chance to get some night rides this year. Because there's no fireworks, I mean, they were cancelled quite a while back, but we also know that the season's going to be coming to an end a little bit earlier than it was originally planned to be due to the second lockdown, which is coming in from later in the week from Thursday. So it's not going to be the last vlog from Alton Towers. I'm going to be here, of course, on the last day on Wednesday to come and bring you a final vlog. Charlotte won't be here, unfortunately, on that day, but I'll be here on the last day and sort of say goodbye to Alton Towers for the year. But this is it, you know, let's go around the park, let's do some mazes, let's capture that final bit of Halloween magic and share it with you all here on Theme Park Worldwide. Well, look how misty Oblivion's Hole is this evening. Look at that. Really nice with the atmospheric lighting on it. And it's really weird because this is our last chance to get some night rides here at Alton Towers, probably until Oktoberfest next year. Like, crazy, isn't it? It's a long time away, of course, with Alton Towers. Normally we only get night rides in October for Scarefest and fireworks, but we were lucky to have Oktoberfest this year, so hopefully it'll come back next year, because we really enjoyed it, didn't we, having some earlier night rides, definitely. What are you eating there?
Wow.
A Mau Wow! Maybe I'll actually give I did it upside down. That was a very grand reveal. Let's try again. I've got a Mau Wow! There we go. Orange flavour, is it that one?
You did have a Mau.
Whoa! She's stealing it from me. Shocking. Yeah, nice and misty. Look at that. When the train goes down, all the mist just disperses and gets sucked down into the hole. But yeah, it's going to get a little bit more nighttime footage from around Alton Towers. I really hope Oktoberfest comes back though next year. I think it will do, to be honest. I mean, it was planned before the world of COVID anyway. You know, it wasn't like something they planned after that for like an outdoor event. So fingers crossed it'll come back next year. But just put a bit more off-ride footage in down here. Have a look over at the Smiler. Last night of dancing for the skeleton band up there in the window. Hopefully we'll see you again next year. It's the little things like this what really make Alton Towers Scarefest. These smaller details.
Spooky, scary skeletons, take shivers down your spine.
Hey, love it. Yeah, we do like the skeletons in the windows, don't we?
Skeletons.
Hopefully they'll be back next year for Scarefest.
Hopefully.
Talking of returning next year, Darkest Depths. It's really sad to see it all closed early. I mean, it's been like this for quite a few days now. There's been all sorts of rumours flying around about why it's closed. A few people have said that there might have been some flooding. Obviously, we don't know how true that is. But, you know, it would seem quite ironic, wouldn't it? I'm going to say, yeah, we're on the mutiny. Like, we're in the underwater. How can it flood? But in all seriousness, it is a combination of, like, covered over areas and shipping containers. So maybe that has happened. But it's very sad because they put so much work into this. Like, the theming in there was absolutely amazing. And even the facade. However, I'm calling it now. I think we might see this left set up just here.
Hopefully.
I think you could easily just put a little barrier fence across.
Yeah,
I don't mind. It's the maze inside the towers that I don't like to be left set up all year, really, because it takes away from it.
Walk around the tower.
Yeah, in the summer it's great walking around, but with this one I wouldn't mind so much because it's literally taking up space what's not occupied by anything normally. So I don't really mind if this stays up here. They could even just leave the facade out and just put a little sign on saying coming back for Scarefest.
Yeah.
You know, because the facade is really good theming. Why cover it over? Of course, that's the Smugglers Inn, but you know, we really enjoyed Darkest Depths. The acting quality was brilliant. We loved the Kraken at the end. Some great scares in there. Just a shame we haven't got to do it for a last time tonight.
No.
But hopefully it'll come back next year. It's a well-themed maze, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So fair play to the entertainments team. They did a great job building it, and I feel really sorry for them actually that they've had to call it early. I mean, it had a couple of days of downtime, then it reopened, and then it shut again, didn't it? So it's been shut maybe 4 or 5 days now. It's so sad. The Kraken's probably still in there having a bit of a sleep, but we'll see you next year, Kraken, in the Smugglers Inn. Right then, it's time to experience for one last time the Garden Lights Walk Whispering Souls. This is a beautiful attraction, isn't it?
Oh, it's so magical.
We've really enjoyed it, and the fact that it's been included in admission as well, it's not been an upcharge, has meant that every time I've been to Scarefest, I've had to walk through and it's just been great. It's really added to the overall feel of the event, hasn't it, this year? Having the entertainment on the lawns and having this, of course, free things to do away from doing the scare mazes as well. This has been fantastic, and of course, they are planning to actually run this for Christmas for the hotel guest event, but we'll just have to see exactly what's going to be happening. I mean, that was supposed to start in a few weeks at the end of November. That will be pushed back now into at least December, but depending on what happens with the lockdown, if that gets extended and that sort of stuff, we'll have to see what happens. But tonight, for one final time, we can head down into the gardens and enjoy this. We're going to hope to try and come at Christmas, but we don't know, do we, at the moment? We'll just have to see. This could be our last time seeing this until Scarefest next year. I'm pretty certain they're going to bring this back next year, are you?
I hope so.
I really hope so. You know, they obviously put a lot of care and attention into this attraction, you know, and all the lighting down there, it doesn't come cheap. So yeah, let's go down there and enjoy it for one last time. Oh, here we are then for the last time, walking down these steps, and who knows, I mean, we'll try and come for Christmas, but we just don't know what's going to happen, do we? So we'll really take this in now and capture this for the last time. There is a completely separate video here on the channel dedicated to the Garden Lights Walk Whispering Souls, so make sure you check that out if you've not seen it. I spent ages down here, again, lots of different shots to share with you all. But sort of what a nice place to come down and wrap up our Halloween, really, you know, back here at Alton Towers. And it's just really quite emotional tonight, especially after last night was all the announcements and stuff. It's really just appreciating this even more now, isn't it? Thinking, you know, we're going to be spending at least a month without doing things, you know, really just taking these in, and we're going to be doing the maze again shortly. We're going to be starting off with the attic, Terror of the Towers. Oh, a bit windy, a bit windswept Charlotte. And then of course we're going to be heading into Freak Show Toxic Junkyard as well. But yeah, this has been really popular this year, and it's had a queue, loads of nights as well, so I really hope they bring it back. I'm sure they will do. It's been a very popular addition for this year's events. These green moving heads look even better with the rain that's coming down. Just some fine rain at the moment, but it's enough just to make these beams really stand out even more. Really nice. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? And now that Halloween's over, we can just pretend it's Christmas a little bit earlier now, can't we? And yeah, we're walking through all the Christmas lights. But no, great addition, and of course, perfect for them really, the fact that it can be set up for Halloween, and then a quick change around of the audio, maybe some of the colours will change on some of the lights. Probably not these ones, because these are standard white lights, but some of the moving heads and other LED lights, what they've got in place, like on the Pagoda, for example, could be changed for Christmas to fit in with that. But yeah, let's just hope they can go ahead with their planned Christmas event this year for hotel guests. You know, as far as we were aware, it wasn't going to be open for the public to go to anywhere unless she was here for a hotel guest, but there was still a chance that could have been announced. However, now I'm not really expecting that, even if they can reopen from the start of December. But yeah, if they are going to be doing that, they're going to have to fix these ones down here at the end. They were all right last night, but there we go. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? I reckon this U-Arch knows it's the end of Halloween and it's really sad. Oh, to be fair, they've lasted well. Lasted well for 3 weeks. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it, the Pagoda fountain? If this does come back for next year, which I'm sure it will do, I'd love the opportunity to be able to go down there a little bit closer. Maybe put in some more lighting that kind of takes you down that way so you can get even closer to the Pagoda, because that's lit up beautifully. It'd be really nice to go and stand there directly next to it. Obviously, they just have to put in some more lighting on the paths, but they could always do that as a phase 2 for next year, because it'd be great to see it even closer. Just some more little lanterns like this one you can see here closest to us down the pathway would allow us to get down there and see that. So yeah, that'd be really nice to see for 2021. Seems like they're having a couple of issues down here tonight. They've actually got the middle projector that doesn't seem to be working here. As you can see, you've got the one on the left and also on the right. But yeah, the middle one's off. I think it's that box just there actually that's got the projector in for that one. Yeah, that sort of shines across. Yeah, shame about that. I'll let them off though. It is the last night. And at least the ones are still on the side. Maybe it's got water damaged or something. I mean, there's been a lot of rain over the past few days. I managed to avoid it quite a lot actually, so quite pleased about that. What's Charlotte doing now? She's doing a nice little bit of singing for us. Bit of opera singing. Ooh! Oh, she's going for it. Doom, da, 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 doom. Oh, there you go. She's quite good in sync. Nice piece of classical music, this. I'm just going to leave her here doing it all night now. You've got to stand here and make up for that projector not working. Just stand in the middle, people will love it. They'll never notice. More footage there from the absolutely awesome Garden Lights Walk, Whispering Souls, for the last time this Scarefest. It's been wonderful, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been magical.
Really enjoyed it down there. It's the audio, the lighting, and just the setting down there in the gardens, which is beautiful. Anyway, it's time for Terror of the Towers, the Attic, our final 2 scare mazes of Halloween 2020. You might be thinking, why are we standing outside Hex to go into the attic? The queue is all the way back to here. I think she just said it's going to be about 45 minutes, and I heard somebody else say an hour and 10, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we wanted to do them tonight, didn't we? We've got this in Toxic Junkyard. Probably not going to get much else in. We'll try and see the Ancestors one last time, but no guarantees. It's quite a big queue. So yeah, let's see how long this is. We're literally queued back to Hex. I'll spin you around and show you. There you go. Here's the queue all the way down here. So yeah, it's going to be quite a while, but I've wanted to do this at night. Not actually done it at night this year, and that it doesn't make any difference inside. But the queue, you get all the towers lit up really nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. We'll put some footage in because I think this is going to be a long queue. I reckon well over an hour, I think. But let's see what happens. They're making a fortune on these tonight.
Epilepsy, heart conditions, those of a nervous disposition, and anyone under the age of 50 are not permitted to touch the residents inside.
Some nice footage there from Her Ladyship's Gardens. Looks beautiful, the lighting, doesn't it? Here we go, we've waited 50 minutes. So a little bit less than I thought it was going to be actually. Well, I thought it was going to take a lot longer. It was moving really slow outside, and then we got into Her Ladyship's Gardens and walked around here, and yeah, it started to go a lot quicker. So it'll be interesting to see what the experience is going to be like in here this time. But here we go, our second to last Halloween attraction of 2020. It's the Attic Terror of the Towers. We'll see when we come out. He's coming for you. So we've just come out of the Attic, our second to last scare maze of Scarefest 2020. Of course, it's located right up in the top of the tower's ruins, and we had some good scares again tonight.
Oh, the devil come for me. It was brilliant.
The devil knew who you were. He whispered Charlotte, like you didn't hear it, but Charlotte was too busy screaming. I heard him. He went, Charlotte, and kind of whispered forward.
Oh no.
The devil was going for you, but we had some really good jump scares in there. It was a bit sparse on actors at some points, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but it was still fantastic. It's definitely my favourite maze here this year. I really do enjoy it. Of course, it's come back for its second year this year. I'm pretty sure it'll come back for a third. I mean, normally scare attractions here last for about 4 years on average. Some last a bit more, some last a bit less, but on average, they stay for about 4 years.
It's just so crazy how acting quality can make a maze so much better.
Yeah.
Last year I just didn't rate the acting, whereas this year it's my favourite one.
Yeah, I completely agree. It all depends on the team that they've got in there. They've had a fantastic team.
Brilliant.
Last year we went through a couple of times and we didn't even see the devil.
No, whereas now the devil's there.
He's always there. We've done it quite a few times over Scarefest and he's been fantastic. But it's a really well themed maze. I'd like to see them do a couple of changes for next year.
Yeah.
I think there's a scene what's got like a bed with some projections, which is good, but I'd like to see an actor put in there for a bit of a scare. Because you go to that point and you kind of feel like it's quite a big set piece. If you've been through, you'll know where I mean. There's a big bed. Yeah, and it could do with something there, I think.
Yeah.
They're always making changes. I think it was like the third year of Altonville Mine Tours when they changed the ending a little bit. So it'd be nice to see them go into the attic and make a couple of changes, but it doesn't need loads. It's a fantastic attraction and I've really enjoyed. Anyway, we've just come out in time to come and catch the Alton Ancestors for one last performance, so we'll go and get a little bit of footage of those before we do our final scare maze. You can hear the music in the background. I absolutely love Freak Show Toxic Junkyard. Really good attraction. I very much enjoyed it. It's going to be interesting to see if it comes back for next year. What do you think?
Personally, I don't really want it to.
No, I mean, I really like it. I think it's a great attraction.
It's not scary at all, but obviously for some people it would be, but I'd like to see something more like permanent.
For me, it just doesn't seem like it's one of them attractions that's going to come back every year. It feels more like Scary Tales. Yes, that was a scare zone, but that was just a 1 year thing. With Freak Show, I think it's going to be like that. I'd like to see them come back with a scare zone again next year, to be honest.
Scare zone.
Bring back the scare zones, in my opinion. You know, I'd much rather have the actors what are in there spread across a couple of scare zones, and I still think that it entices people to book the mazes as well. If you've got a couple of scare zones, you know, it lets people build the atmosphere up and get a bit of a teaser of what to expect inside the mazes. But anyway, we'll make our way onto the very muddy front lawns.
I'm not going on the grass.
Yeah, I think we'll stand a little bit further back than normal because the lawn is pretty much a no-go. You saw it the other night when we did our dress up.
Boggy.
It's really boggy. Like, it's probably a good job there is no fireworks, like we say. But we'll get a little bit of footage, get a bit of a different perspective. We always film them really close up, so we'll film from a little bit further back and see them for one last time. Coming up, it's the Alton Ancestors. Last time this Scarefest. Hey, off she goes, more dancing. I'm sure we've seen more Charlotte dancing this season than any other season. It's got to continue into next year. This is where we're going to stand for the Ancestors, a bit further back, but the lawn is completely destroyed. And we don't want to mess our shoes up again, do we? Yes, and you didn't give me any. Yeah, she did. She gave me half hot dog. Here we go. She gave me ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ting tang, walla walla bang bang. But yeah, it's not the Ancestors, but we're just watching the rest of the trick or treat party. And the Ancestors should be on shortly, but they're not around anywhere. Normally they're like lingering about before the show. Can't see them anywhere. Maybe they've had enough. It's the last night of Scarefest after all, isn't it? She's still going for it. You got a little platform to dance to where we don't get muddy anyway. Oh, unfortunately no Ancestors there. Not too sure why, but we did get Charlotte having a bit of a dance, didn't we? Here we go. But we're entering our final scare maze of Halloween 2020. It's Freak Show Toxic Junkyard, the new attraction, of course, for this year here at Alton Towers. Looking forward to getting in there again. It's definitely better at night, isn't it?
See the chainsaw.
Yes, 3 chainsaws are going to be coming for you. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Shame we didn't get Darkest Depths again tonight, but
nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have done it again because it's a gorgeous attraction. But fingers crossed for next year, for Darkest Depths. But here we go. We'll see you when we come out of our final scare attraction of the year. It's Freak Show Toxic Junkyard. So we've just done our final scare maze of 2020, Freak Show Toxic Junkyard. We've had some really good scares there to end Halloween, didn't we, Charlotte?
Yeah, we had some good scares.
Brilliant, coming from all angles, chainsaws. They've got like these battens what come.
Yeah, and they're just
right in your face, like
Yeah.
brilliant. And we've got to mention a couple of things in there that I noticed, what I've never seen before.
No.
There was a massive billboard sign,
That moved.
what dropped down. We've definitely not seen that before.
Never seen.
Along with that, there was a grabber machine in there as well. Noticed that this time. There's so many details in there. You can go through it 10 times and always see
still
this
pick new
different
things
stuff.
up.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. But I tell you what, Scarefest this year has been fantastic. And I just want to say a big thank you, of course, to Alton Towers and all the entertainment team and all the actors for putting
Done an
on something
amazing
spectacular, especially during a really tough year with the pandemic. We're lucky to have even had a theme park season this year, let alone Halloween.
I know.
Like, I filmed that update about 4 months ago when I heard the audio testing in the towers. I remember filming it and thinking, I don't think Halloween's going to go ahead this year, but it has done.
we have.
Yeah, definitely. Look at my hair. God, it's windy tonight.
so
I'm having it cut tomorrow, but yeah, I tell you what, it is a windy night to end Scarefest. We've not done bad for weather though, really, for Halloween.
No, it's not been too bad.
Not bad at all, but I tell you what, it's been fantastic. Straight out there though, my favourite attraction of Scarefest this year has been the attic.
I agree.
Charlotte as well, and I've also really liked, honourable mention of course, to the Garden Lights Walk Whispering Souls, and also Darkest Depths, but they've all been fantastic.
It's been an amazing Scarefest.
It's been a brilliant Scarefest, one of my favourites, if not my favourite, what they've done. It proves that you don't need touching to make a great scare attraction.
Definitely.
I've always said it, and it proves it this year. You definitely don't need it. In terms of next year, there's one thing I really want to see the return of at this event, and that is scare zones, especially after what Thorpe Park have done this year. They've got it right with the scare zones. Alton Towers have got it right with the
Needs to be
entertainment.
park-wide.
Yeah, some more stuff around the park. The mazes here are superb, but I want to see a couple of scare zones. I would rather lose one of the scare mazes and just have
some
3
scare
and have a couple of scare zones, in my opinion. I think you'd agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, you know, the year what they had, like Freak Show's a scare zone and Zombie scare zone, that was really good.
Yeah.
Knox in Furnace they had in by 13 in Dark Forest was great. So I'd love to see some scare zones next year, and I really, really hope they bring back the festival arena on the lawn. I'm sure they will do. I mean, that's something what they can utilise for Oktoberfest and then transform it straight into Scarefest like they did this year.
Really makes
Yeah, it does. I really hope they do that again for next year. But there we go. Overall summary, brilliant Scarefest. Lots of different vlogs, more Scarefest vlogs this year than ever before. We've really tried to cover the event, and I know a lot of you have enjoyed seeing it throughout. Normally we'd do a vlog at the start and a vlog at the end, and that'd be it. There's been like 5 different vlogs from Scarefest this year, covering every aspect of it. We've had the dressing up, we've covered the queue times over half term, and just gone over everything really, and keeping you guys up to date for if you come into this event. And that's something that we plan on doing next year. Alton Towers, look at my hair, it's the local park, so we like to try and keep you guys updated on what's going on. That'll continue next year. This will be the last time you see me and Charlotte here this year together, because this is Charlotte's end of the season. We was going to try and do a night ride on something tonight, but by the time we're doing Junkyard, that was it. Queue lines were closed for some of the bigger rides. And Nemesis, we would have gone up and done Nemesis, but that's shut today. Not like Nemesis. Hopefully it's open so we can get a final ride on it. Well, I can get a final ride on it in the next few days. But you know what? We've done quite a lot over Scarefest.
Yeah.
You've done plenty of night rides. We'll be back in March together.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Unless we can come for Christmas, we'll see. But of course, it's limited rides for that. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining us for the final Halloween vlog. Check out the Halloween playlist here on the channel. We did Fear Island at Fantasy Island, Thorpe Park Fright Nights, we went pumpkin picking, we've done all sorts of different events, so check out the Halloween playlist. It's not been quite as action-packed as normal, but I'd say I've enjoyed Halloween the most this year than I have for a few years. It's been really good.
Very spooky.
Very, very spooky indeed. And that's all for another year. Time to pack the costumes away.
Oh, no.
Take your pumpkins down, chuck them in the bin. That's it. We're on to Christmas. Christmas is coming up. What? And we'll make the best of it. Who knows? I mean, we're about to go into a month-long lockdown, but after that, fingers crossed, we might get a few Christmas events. Let's see. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide, ending our Halloween. And that leaves us with both one more thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.